Hi peeps, and welcome back to ETMCC. Elizabeth Taylor, my celebrity connection. Great to see you again, and I hope you've been enjoying the videos so far. There's plenty more to come. Today I'm just going to do a bit of a Jacko Mash-Up of Elizabeth and Michael Jackson. So stay tuned. Just a little tribute to their friendship that they had when they were alive together, and just something to entertain you, and that is not memorabilia. So just a little bit of a detour at the minute. So enjoy the MJ Mash-Up.
I have suffered and dealt with the same kind of medical problem now afflicting my friend Michael Jackson. Because of that, and because of our friendship, when Michael's doctor called to ask if I could help, I was glad to intervene. I traveled to Mexico City, where I saw for myself that Michael was in desperate need of specialized medical attention. Because of my own experience with addiction to prescription medicines, I was able to make a number of calls in search of the best and most appropriate treatment for Michael, and he is now undergoing such treatment in Europe. Out of respect for his privacy, which I know to be extremely important at this time, I have not spoken publicly about our movements or about Michael's exact location. And because of my regard for him and my concern for his health, I will continue to be silent. I will only repeat that I am a friend of Michael Jackson's, and I love him like a son, and I support him with all my heart.
Thank you, brother. What's so special about tonight? What's so special about tonight's performance for you? What makes it so great? What makes this a great night for you?
It's a reunion, and I'm honored that the world appreciates my art. I'm very honored. Never.
Are you excited to be back with your brothers? Yeah, excited? All of us. How great is Michael as a man? You know him well as a person. How great is he as a man?
Well, he's one of my closest friends, and we know more about each other probably than any two people. And I love him, and he loves me.
I've met a lot of people in my life, and very few are real friends. You can probably count them on one hand. And Elizabeth is one of the most loyal, loving, caring people that I know.
It has taken me, I would think, about 5 years of trying to celebrating Christmas at Netherlands, because I understood that if you are a Jehovah's Witness, you don't celebrate Christmas. When he quit being a Jehovah's Witness, I said to Michael, I think Christmas is a wonderful way of celebrating love. It's a celebration of love, and I can't see Christmas without Michael, or Michael without Christmas. It's pretty, isn't it? Realizing you're photographing me without any makeup on.
I get this call from Elizabeth Taylor saying she wanted to come to the ranch. She flew out in this helicopter. How are you?
Hi.
Is Michael out in front?
I knew by the tone of her voice that something was up, but I had no idea how big the surprise was. She came out with this huge elephant. it was unbelievable. At first I was kind of scared because this thing is huge. Eventually I got into it, feeding them carrots and stuff like that. I love elephants. They're gentle giants, really. Elizabeth was dressed like a gypsy, and that's why we named the elephant Gypsy. It was one of the best presents that I've ever gotten. I was so happy that day. It was a wonderful experience.
The story of your friendship with him, how did that begin?
I went to a concert, and I couldn't see a thing. I was way up in the, well, it was at the stadium, and I couldn't see a thing. And I brought 30 people, and we couldn't even hear. So we went home to watch it on television by disc. And Michael heard that I had left halfway through and called me the next day and was like in tears because he'd heard that I'd walked out. I hadn't walked out. I just couldn't see anything. And then we talked on the phone for about 3 hours, and from there on in, we talked more and more on the phone. Then we met and spent more and more time with each other, and just became really good friends, told each other everything.
Why did you like him so much?
We're very much alike.
Are you?
Yes. We both had childhood. Well, working at the age of 9 is not a childhood. He started at 3. And that certainly isn't a childhood.
Have you spoken to him recently?
Yes, I have.
How's he doing? He's in where?
He sounds very happy.
Where is he?
At the moment, I think he's in London.
But he was in Tokyo recently and then London.
Yeah.
But he lives in Bahrain?
Right.
What did you think of the charges against him?
I've never been so angry in my life.
But didn't you think, Dame Elizabeth, I'm sorry, that it would look strange to people to have someone who's in his 40s spending a night with children? I mean, just off the face of it.
All right, I'll answer that. Because I've been there. When his nephews were there, and we all were in the bed watching television, there was nothing abnormal about it. There was no touchy feeling going on. We laughed like children. And we watched a lot of Walt Disney. There was nothing odd about it.
So you think they were out after him?
I do.
The authorities and the like?
I think the paparazzi started, not the paparazzi, the press. Excuse me, may I blow my nose?
You may.
Thank you.
It's called human.
But I'm not.
Even Elizabeth Taylor. What was her name? Is he going to come back to working?
I don't think so. Except maybe in Europe.
You don't think he'll ever live in the United States again?
Well, really, why should he? He's been treated like dirt.
Now, Michael Jackson singing a cappella to Elizabeth Taylor. It's the candid phone call you've never heard, captured on tape. We have the lost video for this ET exclusive.
What a fool believes that she wise man has the power.
It's Michael Jackson in a rare home movie singing a Doobie Brothers classic. Why? He secretly sang backup for the group and others back in the day.
She goes on back in a long ago. Sing on this, she had a place in his life. people always say, you sound like Michael Jackson. They don't realize it's me singing those parts.
Michael, in an unguarded moment, is actually on a private phone call with his dear friend Elizabeth Taylor, whose picture sits beside him on the table. Jackson, dressed in a sparkly blue jacket with a white t-shirt underneath, is sitting in his home.
Remember this one? Minute by minute by minute by, I keep holding on. I keep holding on. I keep holding on.
Filmmaker Brian Michael Stoller, who was also Michael's producing partner, shot the footage of him in 2003.
I remember when he went to call her, he says, do you want to talk to Liz? Do you want to talk to Liz? So I got to say hello to her briefly, and then he took the phone.
Yeah, I love that.
And just like the Elizabeth Taylor impromptu serenade, these are now some of the only images we have of the King of Pop unguarded.
Today we honor Elizabeth Taylor for who she is as much as for what she does. For me, Elizabeth Taylor, it's the ultimate humanitarian because she is the embodiment of love, compassion, faith, and integrity, and she has been that ideal for hundreds of millions of fans over the 5 decades of her illustrious career. Elizabeth stands for truth. She is immune to criticism and unfearful of any challenge, and places the highest truth in the wisdom of her own heart and the direct knowledge of her own intuition. She is not swayed by public opinion because she knows in the end, truth always triumphs. Because Elizabeth is so unselfish in her devotion to humanity, it is doubly fitting that she be the recipient of the Jackson Family Honors Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here with the amazing Jackson family and my beloved friend Michael, whose kindness, generosity, with talent beyond comprehension, compassion beyond bounds, and commitment to others beyond compare. Michael, we who know you more intimately than others acknowledge the suffering you have endured. But in the midst of our deepest anguish, we have known that you would prevail through this dark hour, that you would emerge stronger, but still innocent, childlike, trusting, bruised but still magically untouched by the tongues and opinions of the world, hurt but still gloriously loved and benevolent despite the slings and arrows of those who know better. Enough of tabloid media, of tabloid television. And you know, only you, the public, can accomplish this simply by not buying their garbage. Only you can put them out of business. Only you, and wouldn't that be great? Michael, we know that your recent torture is not going to alter or change your compassion and love for children. You are the brightest star in the universe. Don't let anything dim your leading light. And neither persons nor circumstances can ever take it away from you. And surely, Michael, you still are the king of pop without a doubt. I love you so much, Michael. Anyway, thank you all for honoring me, for merely doing what I must do. Good night.
I heard too, this was another one of those rumors, that you would propose to Elizabeth Taylor at some point?
Elizabeth Taylor is gorgeous, beautiful, and she still is today.
Yeah.
And I'm crazy about her.
Yeah, but did you propose to her?
I would like to have.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth Taylor is here. Liz, can we bring Liz in now? Liz had said that she wanted to be here to hold your hand through this. You don't look like you need your hand held. Hi, Elizabeth Taylor.
Hello.
Hi. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Did Michael ever propose to you?
No. And I never proposed to him.
Never did. What do you think is most misunderstood about Michael Jackson, Liz?
All the things you mentioned. He is the least weird man I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
He is highly intelligent, shrewd, intuitive, understanding, sympathetic, generous to almost a fault of himself.
Uh-huh.
And if he has any eccentricities, it's that he is like larger than life, and some people just can't accept that or face it or understand it. His talent on stage, why I called him the king of pop, rock, soul, music, entertainment, whatever.
Yes.
There's nobody that can come near him.
Yeah.
Nobody can dance like that, write the lyrics like that, the music, cause the kind of excitement that he does.
And why do you think you all are such friends? What has brought this kind of bond? Because people tried to make this be weird.
Well, it's not. I mean, our childhoods are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that from the very beginning in common. I was a child star at 9, had an abusive father, and that kind of brought us close together in the very beginning.
And what is it, I'm going to ask Michael this question later on, but what is it you most want the world to know about him?
What a wonderful, giving, caring, generous man he is, and how good he is.
And he's funny too.
Oh, he's wildly funny.
He can crack some jokes, I tell you.
Yeah, but he's a good man.
Thank you for joining us too, because
That's
I know
fine.
you didn't want to be on camera.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Elizabeth. Michael, round here, please. Michael, Dame Elizabeth. That's brilliant. Right. Just round here, Michael, please. Dame Elizabeth. Listen here. That's brilliant. Well done.
How important is it for you to have Michael tonight?
Well, Michael's one of my best friends, and I haven't seen him for months. So it's very important, because this is like the wind down of my couple of weeks, and I'm so glad he's here to share it with me.
I can ask, why is that such an inspiration?
I don't understand.
Why is such an inspiration?
Because to me, she's the queen. She's the field that we're in. I think she's the most wonderful of all. I mean, she's the last reigning queen of acting. She's wonderful. I love her.
And do you think the title Dame is very pretty?
Of course.
Thank you.
Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So there you have it, some quite unique footage sourced from different places, and credit to those people that have allowed me to use it, but mashed it together for you and just sort of showcases what a wonderful friendship that Elizabeth and Michael had during the time that they were together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in once again, and until I see you next time, take good care of yourself, and once again thank you for joining in to Elizabeth Taylor, My Celebrity Connection. See you next time.